Okay, so tasting is so important. I'm actually going to walk you through me tasting a couple things so you can kind of get a sense of what this looks like and what it feels like. So I've got a couple things on the plate here. I've got a couple different kinds of cheese. I've got a chocolate chip cookie, I've got a chocolate bar, and I've got a walnut. These are all very different flavors. So what you want to do first is you want to pick up your item. This is a piece of cheese. This is a goat cheese. You smell it. It's got a little bit of like a goaty barnyardiness to it. A little bit of footy funk, but that's actually not a bad thing in cheese because it is fermented dairy. You do smell, deep inhale. Kind of think about it for a second, and then take a piece and put it on your tongue. And what you want to do is slowly chew it up and kind of let it coat all of the surfaces in your mouth, like your tongue, like your palate, like the side. Just kind of let it like move around. So put it in your mouth, chew it up slowly, and don't swallow it. And then pause, and this is where the intention comes in. I want you to really think about what it tastes like. I want you to taste with intention. So let's try this. So it's cheese. It's very goaty cheese. It's very tart. But when you really think about it, you get like a hay, like a barnyardy hay feeling to it. Even a little bit of lemon. If you really, really taste it, I even get some like caramel undernotes. This is a really good cheese. It's a good one. I'm gonna try the next cheese. This one, deep smell. This one doesn't really smell like as much. It smells like a little fermenty. It smells like cheese. Doesn't really have any strong smells. This one's much meatier. It's got a little bit of like dry tang to it. Not like the goaty tang, but like more like a savory tang. It's a little barnyardy, just like the other one was, but it's way meatier. Like it almost has like notes of chicken stock in it, which may sound weird. See, that's the thing about tasting is you have to really be open to the other flavors that are in your food. So when you eat cheese, you don't expect to taste chicken stock. But when you put it in your mouth and you taste it with intention, that may be one of the things that pops up. That's also a really good cheese. Now we're gonna do the chocolate chip cookie. We've all had a chocolate chip cookie. Big part of learning to taste with intention is to let go of preconceived notions. So I'm gonna put this in my mouth, or first I'm gonna smell it. It smells sweet and like flour, like, you know, like a baked good. But the chocolate also has a really good smell. So what I'm getting from the cookie, actually first it's got like a semi-sweet chocolate chip in it. So I'm getting that chocolate sweetness. Also getting like the dark, like the little hints of bitterness in the chocolate chip, which is really good. A lot of sweet because it's a cookie, but also like, you know, chocolate chip cookies have brown sugar in them. So you get like that brown sugar flavor. It's almost like a butterscotch flavor. And also like a lot of butter, right? Like you can taste like the butteriness in the cookie. You can even taste the salt. Like there's no salt sprinkled on the top of this cookie, but you can taste like the salt that they put in it, because, you know, you put salt in everything, including baked goods, because without salt, they don't taste good. And it just has a really good solid salting on it, and it gives it a good zing. Now the next one is this little chocolate bar here. It smells like a chocolate bar. Tastes like chocolate, of course. This is milk chocolate, so there's no bitterness, but it's got like a milky flavor to it. And it's got little toffee bits that are super tasty. You can really taste that like butterscotch toffee flavor. And like the buttery milkiness of the milk chocolate is delicious. And now we're gonna do the walnut. Because I think walnuts are something that people take for granted. Like a lot of people don't like walnuts. I love them. But the reason why I'm pulling the walnut out is because it's going to illustrate a really interesting like flavor sensation, which is astringency. So you know, like walnuts get that feeling, like it's like sucking the moisture out of your mouth, like it's kind of drying out your tongue. That's called astringency. But tasting this walnut, if you taste past that astringency, what you get is, of course, nuttiness, right? Because it's a nut, but like a really gentle, oily bitterness. You get like a fattiness. It's almost buttery, but not quite. Almost like a vegetal greenness. Like when I say it's bitter like greens are bitter, like chard or like kale. Yeah, there's all sorts of different flavors in here. And it's interesting because it's just a walnut, right? And more than anything, I just wanted to show you that even tasting as simple as a walnut or a chocolate chip cookie, chocolate bar, or a piece of cheese, like there's a whole world in every one of these things. Like not in any one of these things did I just say, I taste cheese or I taste chocolate. Like there was so much other stuff going on. And that's what it looks like to taste something with intention, to really put it in your mouth, give it a good solid smell, and really think about what you're finding.